If you feel like you are on a twin flame journey, or if somebody's told you that you have a twin flame or you have this experience with a twin flame, then this is a message for you based on my own personal experiences with it over the past 10 years. First of all, there's no cookie cutter explanation for your specific twin flame journey because each of our journeys are very individual. We're not all the same. The idea, it's based on a story of how that when you, at your last time when you died, your soul split in half. And when you were reborn, now forever, you are searching, your soul is searching for the other missing half of your soul. But the story really is about finding yourself again. The twin flame journey is actually a journey of self-remembrance and coming home to yourself. So a lot of people think the twin flame journey is about union with your other half of your soul. But really what they think is that it's a union with another person in this lifetime and there's this happily ever after. This is actually a part of the stories that we've all been sold to about happily ever after, Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, right? And all these things. So this is actually mind programming, and it's not actually the truth of the twin flame journey. You may have noticed that sometimes there is no way you're going to be together with your twin flame, or it's a very difficult relationship to be in. The twin flame is supposed to show you or help you remember who you are. The twin flame is generally a catalyst to your awakening and remembering of who you are. In rare instances, there may be a happily ever after, but in my personal experience, it has not been so. However, what it has done for me, it has helped me wake up, remember things about myself that I had forgotten about, be able to draw the parallels, put the puzzle pieces in place, and retracting all of my lost soul fragments from all the trauma I've experienced in my life to reunite inside myself again and become a whole, complete, and healed person. This is what we call a homecoming. We come home to ourselves. Have you ever felt like you want to go home, like you're going through an awakening, like usually in the beginning stages of your awakening, and you felt this intense need to go home, and you weren't quite sure what it meant? Maybe it meant, unaliving yourself, but that's not actually what it means. It's actually just your soul craving a homecoming to the truth of who you are. It wants you to reunite all of the parts about yourself that you have rejected about yourself during your lifetime. So if we reject parts of ourselves because of trauma, because of not feeling right in our body, whatever it was, we're rejecting parts of ourselves, parts of our memory. And so it's like we're cutting a piece out of, like a slice out of the pie that we are. The whole pie is us. And we keep cutting slices out of it and discarding it. Right? And eventually we're just going to be like a half person. We're going to feel like we're not really whole, we're not really present, our awareness is not where it should be, our consciousness is very little, our energy is like very, very small, it's not in the expanded form that it could be. We might not even know what that means at the time. We just feel very lost, like we need to go find ourselves. And so when we allow ourselves to go on this journey of recollecting the missing pieces of that puzzle so that we can clue into as what is actually going on in our lives, and figure stuff out for ourselves and remember things, remember the trauma and remember the past and draw those parallels, we slowly but surely will become more of who we were actually meant to be. We remember who we are. And some of us during this time will also remember past lives, lives between lives, the life before this one specifically, maybe your soul contract, talking to your guides before you came into this incarnation. You may have had near-death experiences as a child. You're going to remember all of these things. They're all going to come back. during this awakening process, which is like a life review that you're going through while being alive. It's like you're dying to your old self so that you can be reborn to your new self. Not just your new self, but your true self. Now, a lot of you might gonna understand what I'm talking about, and some of you are not gonna understand what I'm talking about, and that's okay, because we're all at a different level of awareness and development and consciousness, right? The higher you rise, the bigger your awareness becomes, the higher, the more you ascend, the more you will understand exactly what I am talking about. Because if we are resonating at a similar level, if we've had similar experiences, then in our consciousness, we will be able to resonate with each other and understand exactly what the other person is saying with this and what it actually really means. So if you're one of the unfortunate ones who believes that the whole goal of this twin flame journey is to reunite physically with your actual, twin flame partner in this life, just know not to focus on that so much, because that is not the ultimate purpose. The ultimate purpose is reunion or union with the twin within, which is you, the truest you, the yourself. You're supposed to reunite with who you actually really are in this lifetime. And so when you're doing that, when you get to this place of union within, anything on the outside will begin to align. And you may not first realize it's really aligning, because you can see things breaking apart. You will notice that there's people that disappear out of your life, or that maybe you thought somebody is going to be a part of your life and then suddenly you don't see them anymore. You will see things will break apart, people will disappear out of your radar, right? And this is all an effect of you being so much in alignment with the truth of who you are, that whatever is inauthentic and whoever is not being real with you will literally fall off the edges of your reality. They will disappear because they no longer energetically align with who you are and who you're becoming. And so remember that next time maybe you're in a relationship that's breaking apart, right? Or maybe your family is against you, or your family starts to disappear or move away. Okay, this is a reason for that. There's a reason for that, because if you were resonating with each other and you were in alignment with each other, you would make any effort. You would make the effort to stay together, right? It would happen. But if it's not happening, it's because it's out of alignment. And then if you know that you are on an ascension or awakening process, you know that it's most likely you are changing and you're moving up the ladder, and this is just no longer aligning, right? And so what happens is, the more that you become one with yourself, the more that another person who's also one with him or herself is going to align with your energy, and you're going to resonate, and you're going to find your way together. So I really believe if your personal ultimate goal is to find your other half, or your one and only, your forever in this lifetime, or at least for a couple of years, it will happen for you. But it may not necessarily happen in the way that you think it ought to happen, right? Because the universe has a greater plan, and the universe is your highest and greatest potential, your highest you, and it knows you, and it sees you on this journey, and it perfectly aligns things up to come together down the road. So just don't wait for it, don't aim for that specifically, but allow yourself to heal and become that whole person that you were always meant to be in this lifetime, and learn to be happy with yourself. I hope that helps. Talk to you soon.